hello and welcome to my guide for X4 and the new flight model introduced in 7.5. It did change some things. I think ships fly, especially small ships, they fly a lot better now. They kind of feel more like spaceships than previously they did before. And also, you know, before, it just felt kind of rough and rugged, but now it just feels really smooth. And I like it a lot. There's a little bit of a transition period, but I think that if you give it a shot, you'll like it too. So before we begin, I just want to start off by saying that I'm not saying this is the best way to fly small, medium ships. This is just the way I like to do it. These are just methods I've discovered that really helped me out along the way. And I've gotten some pretty good results. But before we go into that, I want to point out a couple things in the settings. Let's go into controls, general controls. The big one is the strafing. I think, I want to say that this is default in X4, but maybe it's not. But if it isn't, just have your strafing set up in a way where you can strafe, ideally in two different directions, like strafe right and up at the same time, while also being able to roll left or right. And then what's the other one? Toggle mouse steering. Toggle mouse steering and flight assist. For flight assist, I recommend a single button. I think the default's like control space bar. I think it's multiple buttons. If it's not, find a single button and use it that you could tap pretty easily, because you're going to be using this on and off quite a bit. And then toggle mouse steering is another one that's super important. We'll demonstrate that one right now. If I turn toggle mouse steering off, and I have a hotkey so I can click things around, but if I want to turn, I have to left click. And that's problematic in like really fast combat, because I don't want to have to like left click. I want to be able to turn on a dime. And the way to do that is to turn it on. You see I have that little indicator now, it's like a line. And now whatever direction I face, I will just go, right? No left clicking, I can just turn instantly and go in that direction. That's gonna be really important. Another thing is, while I have strafing on my keyboard in my left hand, on my mouse, I have a Red Dragon MMO mouse. It has 12 buttons. You don't need that. You just need ideally a mouse button with 2 buttons for your thumb, like thumb buttons. I use 1 to go forward and 4 to go backwards. And what this will do is it gives me full 6 degrees of movement. Just like if you're playing with a HOSAS, a hands-on stick and stick, dual stick. In fact, if you're playing with that right now, then you're already flying like this. That's the whole benefit of flying with dual sticks. You have full 6 degrees of motion. And this is kind of how you emulate that with a keyboard and mouse. But to do it, you really need to have a mouse with multiple buttons on it. You don't need 12, just maybe like two thumb buttons or some kind of buttons you could put reverse and forward on, like accelerate and decelerate. Because, is there a behemoth down here I thought I saw? He was around here. Oh, there he is. So we'll go to this behemoth right here. And we're gonna target this engine. We're not gonna shoot this guy, he's our friend, but what we're gonna do is, I have flight assist on right now. And right now, with flight assist on, it's like I'm flying an airplane in space. Wherever I point, my ship is going. That's not a bad thing. Sometimes we want that. But a lot of the times, we want to go in one direction and shoot in the other. And when we turn flight assist off, and that's this little icon right here with a triangle and parentheses around it. Like right now, it's on. But when I turn it off, I can maintain one direction and shoot in another. And while I'm doing this, ideally I want to strafe in multiple directions while doing these little, I don't even have to do a full roll, just a little bit of a roll to change my vector. And it makes it harder for turrets to track me. It makes it even harder for like front guns to track me. It just makes you harder to shoot. And when I'm turning, I guess what I should say, when I'm strafing with a W and E, I'm rolling in the opposite direction with Q. Right? And then when I strafe with A and W, I'm rolling in the opposite direction with E. So it's really just changing my vector in a lot of different ways. See, it's really hard to notice without projectiles coming toward you. But this is really the key of dodging a lot of projectiles. And this actually works if you're even fighting like small ships. You can dodge incoming fire, and you use flight assist to kind of get behind them. And that's the key with small ships. You always want to be behind them. Fighting small ships is pretty easy. We're not going to go into that too much. We're going to talk about fighting ships with graviton turrets and just big turrets that are dangerous to your destroyers and your bases that you just want to get rid of and just neutralize. Now, we don't have the firepower on our ships to kill those things, but we can strip them of everything, including shields, engines, and turrets. And we're gonna demonstrate that with a Xenon base. It has far more turrets than a Xenon capital ship. So we can actually spend some time just kind of looking over what we're doing and practicing on all the different turrets. Once you get good at this, you can strip a K in like a minute, right? It's pretty quick. But what else here? Oh yeah, let's talk about the best ships to use. I turn this cockpit off a lot. You don't have to. I have a hotkey for this. I kind of recommend it because some of these ships, they obscure your view, but it's also kind of cool for the immersion. So if you like to keep it on, I get it. Another thing is if I got a ship, if I want to pirate that thing, I can kind of like go into an external view, pause the game, and really just look at what I'm fighting here. And I have hotkeys to change the different modules here on the surface elements. And I can even just click it and be like, okay, that's a plasma turret, no big deal. Dumbfire, no big deal. And I can kind of select what I want to kill without ever having to scan it. I mean, I also recommend scanning it, but it's good to be able to select a turret before you even start a fight. And then when I get into a fight, I can be like, oh, okay, I don't like that turret. I'm going to blow it up. And I can start to get into engagement mode where I'm strafing and rolling around this guy. And this is pretty much it. There's a little bit more nuance to it. So if you die the first time you try this, no big deal, it happens. Just do a save before you attempt anything, and if things go sideways, you can just reload that save. So let's do it in a live target. Let's head toward this guy. Oh, before I do that, let's talk about the ship. I'm sorry, I should have talked about this first. So when you're picking out a ship, this right here is the Jolly Roger. It's actually a Balaur, whatever it's called. It's a split ship, and I'll show you what it looks like. It's got really, really good speed. This has been modified through research. And I also have good strafe acceleration and good strafe. And these right here are really important. This is also pretty important too. In fact, I would say this and strafing and probably rolling are going to be the key things you're looking for. Outside of that, you want something with at least 3 turrets. You're probably going to end up with split ships a lot of the times, but you can modify through research almost every ship in the game, or almost every small ship. Not all of them. Some of them are just not as good as others, but most split ships are. And this one's been modified with, let me open my research tab, with some exceptional mods and some basic mods. Really, you just need these 4 right here. These are the important ones. For weapons, you don't really ever have to put exceptional weapons on your ship. Slashers work great. For the chassis, exceptionals are actually better. Same with engine mod. Shield mods for small ships, if you can spare it, put it on. But really, a basic mod, you don't even have to mod the shield. I think I did. Let me see what I got here. Let's go over this real quick. This is a nanotube. If you don't have exceptional, Polisher is great. Polisher is a basic mod. You can go for the whole game with just Polisher and you're fine. The slashers, this is what I was talking about. You want to get these with a reload of at least 80%. I try to aim for 90 personally, but if I get 80 and I don't have a bunch of them, I just say screw it, I'm doing 80. Let's see what, oh yeah, this guy exceptional mod is great. If you don't have this, then the pusher is good. I don't recommend nudger because nudger will give you some negative stats. For these right here, it doesn't really matter too much, these negative stats. Maybe it does, I don't know. But with slashers on, they do way more damage. But for this guy right here, for the engine, you don't want any negative stats at all. And the nudger will give you negative stats. Once you get in exceptional mods, you don't have to worry about that too much. If you don't have that, again, try to use pusher or something that will help with your strafe. And, you know, this ship and also the Asp Raider is a great ship too. And the good thing about these ships is you can steal them. You know, they're pretty much everywhere. Around Heretic's End, you'll see them disguised as another kind of ship. You could steal those and have no repercussions. I don't think you get any kind of rep damage from stealing them. Or you can buy them, either or. But if you go with the Asp, I would go with the Raider variant over the Asp normal variant, because that Raider variant could be a great pirate ship as well, but the normal variant would also work. Ooh, shoot. Are those guys following me? Don't follow me. Ooh, they might be following me. Okay. So this is the actual base we're going to be heading at. It's way off. I haven't discovered it yet. I go to this actually a lot to practice, so I have discovered this. That's why I know it's a Xenon base, but in this save it hasn't been discovered. But once we do discover it, and that question mark goes away, we can go into external view and we can look at all the bajillion turrets on this thing, and there's a lot of them. So this guy is going to get shot up by these so we're going to attack these first to help our friend out. That's our friend right here. What is he? He is a Terran something or other. I don't fly too many Terran ships, but it's a Terran ship. And we're going to help him out. So, turn flight assist off. I'm going to come in kind of hot. And already I'm strafing in, right? Always strafing, do a little bit of rolling. Kind of tap my boost button here. I want to get in 2 kilometers of these guys. And thankfully these turrets aren't targeting me just yet, but they're going to start here in a second. Yep, there they are. And we're always strafing, always moving. And with flight assist off, we're doing these big arcs, and it's hard for it to predict. And when we add strafing and rolling on top of that, it's even harder. And say I missed this guy, like for some reason I just didn't hit this guy. What I want to do is fly around. I don't want to dwell and try to go back for it. I want to fly around and do another pass. So we don't ever want to stay still or slow down too much. Always want to be moving around, strafing. See, I tapped the boost there. Whoa. See, this constant strafing and moving around makes it really hard for them to target us, but they can still hit us. I've strafed into one of those projectiles. I'll tell you what, man, like one of those could kill you. Two of them definitely will kill you, especially in these small ships. So it's kind of a high risk, high reward kind of play style. And this strategy works on Xenon Ks, Xenon Is. It works in dogfighting other small ships. I have burst rays on this ship. If I'm going to dogfight, I'd probably use beam emitters or something else. Anything else but burst rays. Burst rays are only good for taking out surface elements. Oh, something targeted me. And I don't even have to see these things. As long as I'm strafing around, I know I got a pretty good chance of surviving. And this is pretty much it, man. There's a lot of turrets on this thing, so it'll take me like 8 to 10 minutes to clear this whole thing out. So I'm not going to do that, but I'm just going to do it a little bit longer so you guys can kind of get the feel for what this looks like. I think I got hit by some drones there. And that's kind of it. So that is my strategy. It's not a really in-depth strategy, but it works. It definitely works pretty well against capital ships that you can strip really quickly. And the good thing about this is you don't need to be very far in the game or have a lot of money. Like usually, I used to have to like fight capital ships with destroyers because I didn't know how to take them on. But really, with a small ship and some burst rays, you can pretty much strip any capital ship and make it a non-threat, which is good because those things can destroy your destroyers. They can destroy your bases, and it's just a big problem. And that's it, guys. That's my strategy for dealing with turrets. So hopefully you learned something. You know, take this, make it your own. If you have some different techniques or ways to do this, please let me know. I would love to know. I'm always trying to learn something new in this game. And I've been playing this game for 4,000 hours, and I'm always learning something new. So like I said, if you're playing with HOSAS dual sticks, you're probably already flying like this anyways. But if you're not, and you're a keyboard mouse player, this right here is just it's just amazing. It makes flying small ships just so much fun, and it's way more fun now with this new flight model. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. And good luck. Happy hunting.